What's up guys, welcome to my Technodexterous YouTube channel. I'm back with another video on Python basics. In this video, we are going to learn ways to run Python code. Without any further ado, let's start. Before actual code execution, you need to understand the Python code execution flow. It consists of Python file, interpreter, and terminal. So let's understand them one by one. File containing Python code is a Python file. It should have .py extension. You can give file name with all lowercase characters, and you can use underscores between them as well. You should not use any inbuilt Python keyword for your file name. Interpreter is a tool which is used to write and run your Python code. It is also called as a compiler, as it compiles the code. There are different compilers or interpreters available. Python ideally comes with the Python installation itself, so it is inbuilt editor for Python. There are Jupyter, PyCharm, VS Code, Spider. These editors are also available, but you need to install them separately. Output terminal. It is a space where we see our code execution output. For example, in Python ideally we see the output in Python shell, that is our output terminal. In Jupyter, execution output is displayed directly below the cell containing the code. Let's come to the main point. Interpreters we are gonna use for practical are first Python ideally, which is inbuilt editor, Windows command prompt, Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook should be installed separately. It does not come with the Python. Prerequisites are Python should be installed and Jupyter Notebook should be installed. If you don't have Python installed in your system, then you can follow my first video to install Python on Windows 10. And you can also follow my second video which is on installation of Jupyter Notebook without using Anaconda package. Let's go ahead with the practical. Let's start with the practicals. As we have already installed Python on Windows 10, we are going to execute our first Python script or code using Python IDLE, which is inbuilt editor from Python. So for that, go to the Windows search and click on IDLE, then open IDLE. It will open default Python shell. It is output terminal for Python, as we have already discussed it. Here you can execute small operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication as well. You can execute print statement as well here. So you can cross-check small statements from here. What if you want to execute multiple lines of code? Then you need to create file. So click on file and new file. So it will open one untitled file for you. So we will type some statements in our Python file. Let's copy paste it. See, we have written 5 statements, print statements. And now we can execute these all 5 statements with one go. Click on run and run module. So what it will do, it will execute all the statements from top to bottom. It will ask to save the file, then click on OK. I will be saving this file to location, this one. So I will save it with the first code name, and it will automatically save this file with the .py extension. See, here multiple lines of codes is executed, and we can see the output of these statements, print statements. In this way you can try with the ideally and try and execute small statements. We will be moving towards another editor that is not an editor, but it is a way to execute your Python code using command prompt. So let's start with that. So everyone will be knowing the command prompt. So for opening it, go to the Windows search and type cmd. So to execute our Python file with the help of the command prompt, it is very much easy. Go to the Python file location. So it will, here you will see two Python files. So go to the Python file location first, click on the path and fire cmd or type cmd over there and press enter. It will open command prompt for you in this path. So here what you need to do, you need to type Python and then file name. That is our first code, is our file name. So what it will do, it will directly execute this file as a Python code, and from here itself, see, we got this output. That's how you can execute your Python by using command prompt. So you can directly change code here by using any editor, or you can use Notepad for that. That is also fine, but make sure you should always keep your file name file extension with the .py only. So that is important. So we will be doing some changes, and let's see if those changes will be captured in our output or not. So we have added thanks print statement at the last, and we will be saving this file. Now open command prompt and execute again. Type Python and first code, that is our file name. Press enter. See, it will be printed at the end, thanks. So in this way you can use command prompt for executing or running your Python script, provided you need to install Python first. That is very much important, guys. Now we will be moving to our third way, that is executing Python code with the Jupyter Notebook. So for that you need to open command prompt, type cmd from the Windows search and open it. Then you need to type Jupyter Notebook. Press enter. If you have already installed it, then it will not give any error and it will open it for you in a Chrome. Here it is the first page of Jupyter Notebook. Click on new and click on Python 3. Then it will open another window. It is very much similar like Python output terminal itself, but it is not called terminal, it is called cell. So this one you can add more cells by clicking on the plus button, or you can cut it by clicking on the scissor button. So you need to type your code in these cells only. Hello from Technodexters. So we have written our first script, our first code in the cell itself, Jupyter cell itself. How to run it? Click on run. See, it got executed. So you can write a code of basic code of addition of two numbers. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, and print C is equal to or A plus B. So you can execute like that. So it is like one standalone file, or you can consider it as a single line as well. For execution, click on this cell and it will get selected, and then click on run. So we got output here. In this way you can use Jupyter Notebook for executing Python code. That's it. Thank you.